but I digress. So, during COVID, like many New Yorkers, I rented in the Hamptons with my most recent husband, Mark. Mark is the love of my life, but if I had a podcast, it would be called Poor Mark. Don't worry, he's in a support group with the rest of the ex-husbands. So, I should not have drank the second drink. But I'm gonna regroup very quickly. What's my next line? Oh, so thank you. I told Mark I love the Hamptons so much. Not really, not the Hamptons, no. I told Mark I discovered this workout, right, while I was in the Hamptons. The ultimate 65-minute cardio ballet with weights in a heated studio of 95 degrees. It's not for everyone. When it's done, we all feel and look like we've been through childbirth with triplets. It mainly attracts type A women in recovery. I personally am in recovery for my addiction to blonde highlights. Blonde dysmorphia. I'm never satisfied with the color. Anyway, I told Mark, we gotta move to the Hamptons full time. He said, enough. We cannot run our whole lives around your obsession with pliés in a sauna. Needless to say, we moved to the Hamptons full time. Actually, Hamptons adjacent, Riverhead. Now, people can be snooty about Riverhead, but let me tell you, I've seen those Hamptonites in their fancy cars crossing the border to come bargain shop at Costco. As a lifelong Manhattanite, I never understood buying in bulk. All my available closet space and storage area, including my oven, was used for my shoes. So now, in a 4-bedroom house with a full basement, I still don't have enough room for my Jimmy Choos and Manolas and Christian Louboutins. How much closet space does Mark need anyway? So we live in a golf course. I don't play golf. But I feel right at home because I shop at the pro shop for little cute outfits, and the club serves Pinot Grigio on tap. I recently retired, and I had explained to Mark that just because I wasn't working anymore did not mean that I would all of a sudden become useful. Now, who do we know does everything in our relationship?
Mark. Who's Mark? Mark.
Poor Mark. Yes. So I've never been responsible for a living thing. Not a plant, not a pet, certainly not a child. Those who know me consider that to be a public service. My gift to humanity. So I definitely am not doing the tequila next time. Not this time. Now I can remember. What's my next thing? All right, so poor Mark. So did I tell you that, that just because Yeah, I did tell you that I never worked.
Daddy, your dad.
What?
Jeff Bezos.
Oh, well, I'm not, I have to Jeff Bezos. Okay. So I told him, just because I retired did not mean I would all of a sudden have time to do anything useful. And we already established that he does everything. Although I did learn how to Swifter. And I like it. It's kind of like, zen. So now I'm devoting my entire life to raising
I'm trying.
and nurturing my inner child. Now I wanted to call her Lynne, but everybody thought that was a panda bear. So I call her Princess. Now Princess, like all children, is in constant need of new shoes and attire. If she doesn't get her afternoon nap, she can get quite cranky. I could barely keep up with her. Last week, she quit fencing after having to hold a sword in her right hand for 3 hours and hurting her shoulder. Now she wants horseback riding lessons. I said to Mark, we gotta get Princess a riding hat. He said, can't she just wear the fencing helmet? Seriously? I admit it, I'm a helicopter mom. I spend my life driving Princess from yoga to acupuncture to her highlight appointments. You could say, like most Long Island people, I live out of my car. But I like to call it the Sculpt Mobile. So speaking of cars, my 94-year-old father last year bought, did not lease, bought a brand new BMW. Now that's what I call positive thinking. Sadly, shortly after Daddy died, but he lived a good life. On his deathbed, he said, Lynne, I have no regrets. I said, well, you should. Listing off the names of his last 9 girlfriends. So, I've been a little emotional lately. And while planning my father's memorial, I realized that Daddy wouldn't actually be at the party, let alone paying for it. So I canceled it. I kid you not. I'm just trying to live my authentic life. Meditation, journaling, crystals. The irony is there's not much that's natural. We've spoken about the highlights, the Botox, the eyelash extension, the titanium hip, the breast reconstruction. Oh, last week, my breast surgeon called me and said he wanted to take pictures of my bodacious tatas for a medical journal. So now at 62, I have my first centerfold. Okay, this has been a big year because also this year I got my first tattoo. A cute little ladybug on my shoulder. So I showed it to the girls at Sculpt, and they were like, oh my God, it looks like a tick. Hence the Band-Aid. But it cost $60 for the tattoo and $900 and counting to remove it. And it's nowhere near removal. So you would think with all this medical care and all this wellness, I'd be the picture of health. But I go to my gynecologist last week. She's like, Lynn, you need another moisturizer. Now, this is not something I'm gonna get at Rite Aid, where everybody knows me. It's one thing to get my antipsychotics. It's another to get the lubricant for my dehydrated love trap. So I order it on Amazon. And within 5 seconds, my social media is blowing up with ads for lubricant for my pasty pussy. So Jeff Bezos, in addition to paying no taxes, also has no boundaries. All I could say is, it ain't cheap to be this authentic.